Hey, this will be a video chart on NEOM, NEOM Media Technologies Incorporated. I'm going to spend the entire time on the 60-minute chart. So what that means is each one of these candlesticks represents 60 minutes worth of price action. So it takes 1 hour to form each one of those bars. The reason I wanted to do this was I think it gives a little better representation of what's been going on, and it's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to extend this chart out and point out a very pretty cool kind of support level that hopefully the price is now bouncing from, and hopefully it can get the move on and get back up to this area, which or where it was back there in late November, early December. So let's just first start off there, and this is the blue line that I'm talking about, but let's extend it out and we can see kind of what I'm talking about. So if we go back here, and this, once again, this may look like it's multiple months or multiple years, but remember, this is just a 60-minute chart. So way back here is October 5th over here, so early October, and as you can see, the price came up and hovered around this area right here. It could never quite get above it, or excuse me, it could never quite close above it and separate, so it got knocked down. So right here it acted as a resistance, and then right here again you can see the price hovered really just right around it, so it acted as resistance again. But when it could get above, you can see the nice big move it made. The price pulled back and didn't quite hit it, but close enough to say, well, right here it was resistance. When it was broken, it turned into support. So right here, support. And then we go on for a couple weeks. Price comes back down, and surprise, surprise, look right where it bounces off of. This area again, acting as support. Made a nice bounce off of it. Came down, didn't really test it there. Made another nice move, came down, and then once again, surprise, surprise, look where it's starting to bounce off. So if history repeats itself, we could be seeing another follow through here, and that's kind of the point of this chart, is to kind of get that mapped out, what could happen. But once again, this is the blue line that I was talking about all the way back to early October, and the 60-minute chart's just been doing a good job of kind of showing where these potential bigger moves may arise. So right now, what's going on? That's kind of the question. It's a pretty interesting chart pattern right here. You can see that we got some nice upwards price action the past few days. Today was definitely a consolidation day. But the key thing about where this consolidation is occurring is, if you look right here, this is the 50 period simple moving average, always a key one on any chart. And you can see that the past couple of days the price has just been sitting right on top of it. Hasn't separated to the upside really, and hasn't separated to the downside, but just sitting right there. And then you look up above it and you see we have the big orange line swooping down on us. This is the 200 period simple moving average, and this is always one of those that always is a pain in the neck to kind of get through. You can see that it's already knocked down the price once right there. But the interesting part is, we're kind of getting a nice little pattern in terms of nice upwards movement, and now we're going through some consolidation. And the question becomes, who's going to win in this little kind of battle we have right now? Is the 50-day going to hold as support and keep the price up here, or is it just going to fail and the price going to fall back down to this blue line here? Or are the bulls going to win, find support here, start an upwards attack, and then hopefully separate from this orange line? If they can get a nice strong separation from the orange line and get through, so if you have a nice big volume bar down here with corresponding price action that busts up through this orange line, I wouldn't be surprised to see it make a nice little move, because resistances really thin out all of a sudden, and then you don't really have one till up here or maybe over there somewhere, which would be a nice percent. So the chart's really sitting on a possible nice move here. Still work to be done, yes, but at the same time, it's good to see that this area of support is held strong once again and allowed the price to bounce back upwards. The other thing is, the more this improves here on the hourly, that just is going to translate over to the daily chart and have the daily really start come back to life again. The daily chart's actually working on a double bottom. Real quick, if I pull that up, you can see we had a low here, and now the price is trying to bounce back up it again. So right there's our two bottoms. So we could be getting a double bottom into effect. Like I said, on the 60-minute, same holds true on the daily. Still work to be done. But like anything, any chart pattern, the time period ahead, the one before it needs to improve before it can. So In our example here, in order for the daily chart to improve, the 60-minute needs to improve first. Or you could say in order for the 60-minute chart to improve, you need to have the 30-minute chart improve first, and it just goes all the way down the line. So for the daily chart to keep working and moving upwards, we're going to want to see the 60-minute here break out to the upwards of this chart pattern, and seeing how it's been acting. It's looking like it's holding up good, but at the same time, charts aren't crystal balls, so we don't know for sure what's going to happen. But we can definitely tell that the bulls have been putting up a nice solid wall right there where the bears haven't been able to push through. But at the same time, the bears do have this orange line here coming down, so it should be an epic battle here sometime this week to see what happens. So that is where we stand right now. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If you have not yet, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook which has been getting good reviews, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. We've been making some good money together on our picks and so forth, so it's worth checking out. And best part is everything's free, so it's worth at least trying. One more time, this was NEOM. Thanks for listening.